to deal with that struggle permanently, and it's all just doom and gloom, which is not the case at all. You need to have goals. You've created your enemy. You know who you're battling. Sure that completing your goals makes your life better and more positive, makes you feel more happy, is certainly going to encourage you to set larger goals and to complete them. So what I do when it comes to rewarding myself, because every single one of us needs to reward ourselves, is I very simply pin my rewards to an objective. So what people normally do is they go through, even on such a small, like at the time, and I don't feel like I have to earn that treat, for example. So even on a very, very small level, let's say I'm walking down the street and I feel like having an ice cream. I will sit and think, I really want ice cream. Time. If I want to do something which I know is stupid, but makes me happy, like boo, first two parts of this correctly and you understand the enemy you're combating, you're going to know that that person doesn't give in to those kind of together a list of objectives. You need two lists. You need a list of things you can already do and afford, and a list of things you can't do and afford. So the first list, things you can do and afford, you need to sit there and think, even basic shit, junk food. I want to have a cheat day of junk food. To allow myself to have that cheat day of junk food on the 7th day of the week, on the 6 days of the week, I'm going to get up at 6 o'clock, I'm going to go to the gym, and I'm going to train for an hour and a half. I'm not going to leave the gym until 7:30. I'm going to be there at 6 o'clock every day. And I'm telling you, the 7th day, if you finally do complete the objectives and then you're sitting there eating the junk food, it will be actually better. Not only do you work harder, but the reward is so much better knowing you worked for it. So that's one example, junk food, for example. Or let's say you want new shoes. Basic shit. All the shit you're doing anyway now without thinking. You'll go to a mall, you'll buy yourself something. You'll want it for 10 minutes. By the time you get home and take out the bag, you don't want it anymore. That's because you haven't trained yourself to earn it. You're going to be a happier person when you look at something you want and go, all right, I'm going to come back and get that in 2 days. And in the next 2 days, I'm going to do X. And you're going to do that X that you don't want to do. And it's going to be difficult. And you're going to achieve it. And then you're going to get what you want. And you're going to be happier that you got the thing. That's the first thing. And the second thing is, all these small little physical fitness. Physical fitness is the easiest one. Because you can say, I'll do 500 press-ups and then I'll get it. Done. So this list of things you can already easily and you're going to set an objective for each one. So if right now you're thinking of going on holiday, you need to set an objective for completing that holiday. If you want to have a day of junk food, if you want to buy something cheap, etc., etc. That's the first list. What you're doing is the punishment or the mission you're trying to complete with the objectives yet to be completed, which you will need to finish before you can even purchase them. So you have two lists, things you can do Of course, it's good to write those things down. You may never even get them. There's the reality of the world. You know, you may get halfway there and still be very happy. Important because you're going to learn to delay gratification. You're going to learn to train yourself to make yourself work for the things you want. Things you already can do, you're going to start putting an objective. You're going to start putting a goal in the way. So people say to me often, oh, how do you find the motivation to do this? It's like, well, if I don't do that, I won't allow myself to do it. And why? How do you find the motivation to do X? If I don't do X, I won't allow myself to do Y. So for example, I train 7 days a week. Some days I wake up and I cannot be asked. I ache, I'm tired, I've got a super busy day. I don't want to go to the gym. My phone's already going off. I've got shit to do. But if I don't go to the gym, I will not allow myself to drive my fast cars around, which I enjoy doing. Objectives in the way of the things you want. And if you complete the objectives, then you can have what you want. Now, the most important thing about this list is also you need to write down all the times you fail. So let's say you've decided that on and if you actually be wasting my time. Not sit in a McDonald's drive-thru. He would not buy those shoes just for the sake because he saw them and he liked them. So all the things your opponent wouldn't do over the next couple of days, you can write down. You need to set an objective in front of Thrones. You want to watch Game of Thrones on Sunday, and you've decided you're going to go to the gym 6 days from Monday to Saturday, every single day, before you allow yourself to watch Game of Thrones. And for some reason on Thursday you fuck it up and you don't go. You need to write down next to that objective, yeah, I fucked up. You need to try the week after. If you give in and just watch Game of Thrones anyway, then everything's thrown out the window. And I had the ice cream anyway. I wouldn't enjoy the ice cream because I'd feel guilty. You have to learn to take yourself accountable, make yourself accountable. And if you make this list, like I said, over the next couple of days, keep track of all the times you give in. When you truly implement this mindset is you'll start, this is what happens, this is what happens to me, you'll start realizing and you'll start noticing how much other people give in. So I'll be sitting there at dinner and I'll eat my dinner and so will the person I'm with and they'll go, oh, I want dessert. Oh, I want a diet. Ah, fuck it. Yeah, fuck it. Dessert menu. And you'll start realizing and you'll also notice how it doesn't fulfill them whatsoever. The first thing that happens when you take this step back and put these objectives in place is, one, you notice how people give in so easily, and two, you notice how much it doesn't actually fulfill them. They want the dessert, they eat the dessert. Are they happy afterwards? Are they smiling? Are they that they don't even fucking like doing? Eat crap. They go, oh, I really want that, and they eat it and they feel like shit afterwards. It's all asinine. It's all inane. When you truly implement this system, you're going to start noticing how easily others give in. And what it's going to start to do is, it should motivate you further. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about that t-shirt. It made him happy for maybe 6 minutes. Maybe. If then the t-shirt now has a purpose. But just to buy it for the sake of feeling a little bit happier for a few minutes to throw it in a wardrobe, Make your list, put all your objectives down. Doesn't matter what your objectives are. Objectives can be super simple and they can be super basic to start. You know, I want to make my first $50 online. I've never made money online before. I want to find a way to get someone to PayPal me $50 and make my first $50 online. And after I do that, I'm going to allow myself because I want to go shopping. I want to go shopping. But if I don't do this, I can't go shopping. And you're going to see how quickly this compounds to a complete change of lifestyle.